Hi, marketers. This is Dots, and welcome to the Marketing Leadership Podcast. For me here is Shraddha Sriram, podcast marketer at Chakravyuh Labs. We will be discussing human-centered design in reshaping the future of B2B marketing. I know you guys are ready, so let's do it. Shraddha, how are you? Welcome.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's very sunny here in Calgary, even though sometimes it doesn't melt the snow. But glad that we are out of the cold. So thank you so much for, of course, being here. It's really, really an honor to have you. So do you want to tell us about yourself, your background, and how your marketing career has grown?
Okay. So first of all, thanking you for inviting me on your podcast, and it's very nice to share my experiences, how I work, and all those things. So let me tell me background about my professional. So I have a whole decade of experience in, or decade basically 10 more than 10 years in public
Mm,
relation and marketing. So
mhm.
basically I work in both like B2C, B2B, marketing, public relation. I ran so many public relation campaigns, marketing campaigns. Then I worked in the travel tourism, art festival, education, DFSI. So actually worked more than 3 to 4 years in mutual fund industry. Mutual fund industry,
Oh,
small finance banks,
yeah, yeah,
NBA,
yeah. I was in finance for 7 years,
yeah,
so I know about mutual fund.
NBFCs, non-financial bank, rural banks. Then there is industry associations related to finance, AMFI. Then there are so many trade association related to even transports and all those
Yeah,
things. So I
yeah.
work majorly in public relation and B2C and B2B marketing. So
Mm,
it's all like campaigns, event handling, conferences, press releases, press conferences, then crisis communications also we handle. So there are so many things related to communication, reputation, management, all things handled by me. Now, because I have now child 2 years old daughter, so I'm handling
wow.
her also. Then
Yeah.
yeah, my husband into podcasting. He's from a market research background, so he's
Mm,
more technically sound and all those things. So he started with this podcast productions, hosting, and it's we have a home like at home studio basically podcast. Everything is at home,
yeah.
so it's not outsource or something. So he does everything and I help in marketing on a different channels like YouTube Music,
Yeah.
Spotify,
Yeah.
then LinkedIn, everything.
Wow. Wow. That's
So
that's
yeah,
that's good.
yeah, this is the area like public relation, marketing, B2B marketing, then podcast. So I think podcast is a tool to promote things, whatever you know, and you share with the world. And what is it's a basically audio tool now. And now they are coming into video also. So
Yeah.
this is a different change, and you can connect with your global audience easily. You can connect with a professional, similar mindset. So technology help us building and connect with people from all over the world.
Yeah. And uh, in B2B, for example, I think it's changing. The way people communicate on B2B is changing. But I want to ask you, what are some of those, I guess, human centered design aspect of marketing that you think people can start to pay attention to? Because before now, B2B is very conservative, B2B is very bland, like everybody's just copying each other, right? So but how can we be unique by leveraging human-centered marketing, human-centered design to create B2B content that is nice, that people love?
See, most of the B2B marketing is totally focused on the technology specification, features, logic, more complex. Okay. They deal with the buying communities. So it's not the individual buyer, it's a buying community. They deal with a different individual persona, buyer persona. One is a
Yeah.
decision maker, one is a researcher, one is the checking the prices. So it's
Yeah.
a everything is a clubbed and very complex and very long sales cycle. Okay, they
Yeah.
take time. That budget also is huge. It's not in like dollars. It's in like it's in crores. So you can't take a, fast decision on that. Okay. So here in B2B, what happens at at the end, what we are selling, human selling to another human.
Yeah.
That is a reality. Okay, that is a reality. But here, because of the complexity of the B2B marketing, because again the business is selling to another businesses. Okay,
Yeah.
so human element is missing, right? And because of that, what happens at the end? We forget what is customers want, what they need, what is their aspiration. Okay, what is their motivation, goals. We don't focus on that. We just focus, this is my product, this is my service. I don't care about your problems. You take my products and services. That's it. And the
Yeah.
solution ends there. And I want profit, and that's it. I want to reach this particular sales target. That's it. But what is actually happening? How people are communicating? How people are say take example, any platform marketing automation. Okay,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
company is selling to another company organization, or take example, they are into retail or a pharma, whatever it is. But the
Mm.
people who are taking that platform or user of that platform, they really know how, what is that, what are the feature, how much time it will take to learn those skill set. Okay, what are the regular problems they are facing, what are the challenges they are facing in their industry, because industry there will be a different problems, different
Yeah.
challenges. So you have to understand first customer who are using your platform or technology. Then you have to understand the industry. You have to understand the industry landscape, how they are actually doing. You cannot create one uh, product and you can say, one size don't fit all. It's like that
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
Every shoe size is different according to the personal
He's
requirement.
wearing it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So pairing B2B, the human element is missing. Okay. We are too much focused on the technological aspects, which is important, but you have to customize to your customers and company. That is the main thing here.
Mm. A lot to unpack. Very great. The first thing that I like that I've learning for the first time, well, I'm learning, but now I've seen somebody else that is not talking about it, is what you mentioned in terms of what the buying process entails. There's buying committee, there's the decision making process, there's the user, there's the approval, there's the strategies, there's all these things. And I like the fact that you mentioned you've done your work well, your homework well on this question. I like the fact that you mentioned that B2B these days is almost predicated on software, SaaS, right? Software as
Yes.
a service, even though we know
Yes.
B2B is way more than that, right? But
Yes.
even
Yes.
those B2B companies that were not SaaS are now becoming SaaS, another topic for another day. But I like the fact that you mentioned that too. Of course, the obvious thing about, restoring the humanness of podcast episodes is one thing. The one thing you mentioned about um, the goals and objectives of this customer, this ideal customer. I think if you're able to even use that at each level, then you know how to tailor your communication to different segments. And it should be easy to do because B2B are just dealing with a small size of people. It's not like direct to consumer or B2C where you're just working on a bunch of things. So at the end of the day, um, it's 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 being focused, it's being human focused. So I really, really appreciate you mentioning that. You mentioned technology, right? Because guys, don't it's not about the features, it's about the benefits. So we won't go through on that too much. But I just want to show I want to share, this question and see what your answers is around that. when it comes to the human-centered marketing or human-centered design in the B2B space, how do you leverage advancement in AI to, you know, maybe personalize or do different kind of things? I saw that you mentioned marketing automation the other time as well. How can you leverage technology like AI and machine learning to improve human-centered marketing overall?
Okay. See, AI and machine learning tools, basically, these are tools. Uh, So, AI can be used automating your task, which is repetitive in nature. Okay.
Mhm.
You can schedule your social media posts. You can brainstorm with them, different ideas. Okay. Then you can do the research. Okay. So competition, what competition is doing, what are their services, products, what customers are saying, or in even whatever the task you are doing on a regular basis, email automation, social media automation, all these can be done by AI. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
in machine learning, what you can do, you can feed that uh, whatever the organizational knowledge you have, the knowledge management you have, whatever the
Yeah.
data you're collected from the website, social
Yeah.
media data, event data, your CRM data, whatever the past purchasing behavior of the particular customers, you can cup all this information to machine learning and you can educate them or you can feed that machine learning. They will help you in drafting the surveys, customer surveys, okay, personalize
Mhm.
information. So you can get the customer insights from that, how where to focus on now. So
Mm.
marketing or total organization generate lot of data, customer data. Okay. So marketing have to deal with a lot of data. These automation and the machine learning can help in fasting speed. That is main thing is speed, and they can leverage, and you can your human resources means your team can focus on the critical and strategic approach related to human centered design. So that is
Mm.
the main thing. You can give the repeated task to the machine and you focus on the ideas, focus on the strategic approach, because somewhere I think human can connect. Okay, they can, the way they connect, okay, they the way they understand, okay, that is a different, altogether different compared to technology, because AI is not reached that level till
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
The way we connect, like our past, future and present, how we connect is totally different. Even the
Mm.
language is also the way, because human brain is totally amazing. Even the even science also not find out the fully the what capability of our human brain. So
Yeah.
that is a comparison of the human brain and the AI. I'm
The
talking
match.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So AI and machine learning can help in automating. You can generate the insight out of it. You can give the lot of data to them to churn out and come with something different or with some bold mind, or you can work on that. But at the end, the decision will be yours. You have to decide what is good for your customers, what is good for your company. Because at the end, the core principle of human centered design is creativity and empathy. You have to include your users. You have to understand them at human level, okay, which machine cannot understand that.
Yeah.
Understood? Yeah. So
Interesting.
these are the,
Interesting.
yeah, these are the only tools. These AI and machine learning is the only tools. But the human centered design go beyond. It will create, it will enhance the creativity. It will enhance the empathy towards the customer. That is the main thing.
Now, and I like that, but I would like to probe further. Let's say you are able to somehow get AI to at least help make
Mm-hmm.
your marketing better, so it's still human centered. Um, let's say you are able to do that. How can you, on the other side, maybe explore certain things with human centered campaigns like gamification, for example? My belief is that if you're able to create a system that gamifies interaction with your customers, even if you leverage technology, the technology will learn. that by true gamification, I have seen certain things, I have known certain things. And even we humans will learn from the gamification as well. And the overall experience will be nice, because it's human love games. They love stories, first of all, but they also love games. And they love engagement. They love being engaged. So how does gamification enhance engagement? How does that play into this whole topic that we are talking about? Whether you are leveraging technology or not, how have you seen creative B2B brands leverage gamification in their marketing campaigns?
Okay. So I'm telling you the biggest example in gamification, okay, Salesforce. Okay. So their trailblazer is based on the gamification.
Hmm.
They create the modules, they have a quest, they have mascots for all like developer community, marketer community, they have for architects, okay? So they
Mm.
have movement marketers. So they have a challenges, quest. They give the ranger, all ranger, fire ranger, three-star rangers. So this is the best example of the gamification. Okay.
I'm a Power Rangers fan, by the way, so that's
Uh,
good.
sorry.
I had a fracture on my left hand trying to play Power Ranger. It was a very big injury. But yeah, go on.
Okay, okay. So, the way self-pos build and how they are educating complex environment to the people. Okay, their audience is
Yeah.
what? Developers, engineers, software engineers. Okay,
Mhm.
marketers.
Yeah.
They have a admin people. Okay, so the way they are teaching them, it's very interesting. I studied because I am continuously learning the self-pos and all these things. So how they
Mm,
are doing and all that.
mm,
So when you add the gamification in the complex things, people get the high of doing this. I have to complete this. After this, I will get this. After this, this will be the. So this is a next level challenges, step by step. You give high to the customers or end user. कि after completing, you will get this. So this is very nice way, bite-sized modules or bite-sized educational content to the your customers that helps them to learn, acquire new skills, plus also understand your platform and technology. So that is a
mm,
great example. Okay.
mm,
And
mm.
you can implement gamification in the same organization also, like department wise, you can create the gamification. Then you can create gamification with your other companies who are in the same, like co-partner or something, partner marketing collaboration with other companies, and you create some campaign and you can do the things like, we are doing this, you are doing this, something like the collaboration campaigns you can do and create
Yeah.
the engagement, and you can even the excess show it interest what curiosity
Yeah.
for creativity, how they are defining, how they are thinking. It's like that way.
I like
So,
that. No, finish your thoughts, please. Sorry.
yeah. So basically, when you mix and match, when you engage with the people, target audience, if they understand you, if they feel good about it, if they say, this is a very creative idea, when they say that way, this is very interesting. So they are engaged. They're trying to understand your campaign. They're trying to understand your message or communication, what you are trying to convey. That is the best thing. And the gamification gives you high. That is the end result of that whole exercise.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you're right about having to be able to use these products to be able to gamify the products themselves. That is true. And what I would just add to that before we go on a break is marketers should be able to work with B2B product owners to say, how can we infuse marketing messages in what you are currently doing? Right? You will see that you are trying to get people to use the product, you are including some gamification in there. How can we infuse marketing to do that? And one of the other things that I saw, which probably brought the Power Rangers thing is brands could also say, marketers could also say, maybe this month is I think this month is International Women's Month. I'm not sure, and do some commemorates around that. Nothing too crazy, you know, or even just find something that they love. Maybe it's a brand that loves something about history. We've had guests on the podcast. This guy loves Pac-Man. So everything he does is about Pac-Man. I know a guy that runs a podcast that everything he does with B2B marketing is about Star Wars. So if it's something that you like, that your brand can identify with, you can use that, or you can use that in your marketing, maybe based on some other brand or some other initiative that's been done in history. It may be based on something else, but really, you just want to find better ways to engage. We need to get B2B marketing to be interesting, to be fun. It's always very boring, because everybody is looking for money. So thank you so much for sharing all that breakdown, and the example as well. I have one more question for you. No, and please share if you want to add some more, please.
Okay, just want to add the one example about the Einstein AI. Just Salesforce launched it. Okay, so they all people came with this Einstein mascot. Okay, and they made the Guinness World Record. So that is so
Mm.
interesting to even the gamification and you can say engagement of from the people. So that
Wow.
was an example to share. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know today is so we're recording this in March 2024, and I know March 14 is Pi Day, right? 3.14. So a lot of people are going to do things around those things as well. But I think every brand should come out of their shell and try something like this. Whatever you try now is then up to you, as a brand. But we are talking to humans, we already humans, your potential buyers are already intense. I don't care what level they are. They're already intense, they're already stressed. So they need a brand that is able to solve their problem and still have fun while doing it, which is why I've translated that mindset into this podcast. Like we are discussing something as serious as human-centered marketing or human-centered design, or we are trying to have fun, while doing that as well and not trying to take it serious. So it's the same, model that could work in your marketing, if you want to warm up to your audiences, which is why people are doing podcasts these days because podcast is not very, hard, very strict. It's very slow, very
It's a
easy.
yeah, Pito,
Yeah,
yes.
free flowing. So audiences, potential customers can easily gravitate to that as a means to get top of mind. So, but again, there are many other ideas like that, not just podcasting. We do have one more question, but there's also the dots rapid fire. But before that fire, which is very hot, and before the last question, is going to be a quick commercial break from our sponsor. And then when we come back, we will wrap up the episode. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're about to talk strategy now, the way forward. So you won't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Guys, welcome back. On this very sunny day, if you are watching, I hope you are enjoying this episode on the Marketing Leadership Podcast. All we are asking for you is to share. This is important for you to share, so we'll continue to do what we do. But now it's time for the Dust Rapid Fire, and you answer the truth and nothing but the truth. 3 questions. Shraddha, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good. The first question is, what is your favorite marketing metric apart from sales or revenue?
Okay. So basically, customer lifetime value. That is my goal. That is actually your metric is depend on your goals. Okay. So that is my goal. And what will the metrics? What is how you serve your customers? That decide your customer lifetime,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
actually result into revenue and profit. That is a byproduct of that.
Yeah. That's my favorite metric. That's my favorite goal because people don't talk about it that much. I've said it many times on this episode. People often talk about acquisition, especially in B2B. Let's get them first. Let's get the leads. Let's get the sales. But how do you keep them? Right. So that we share something special on that side as well. So that's good.
Yeah.
The second question is, how long do you use social media every day for work?
How long? I think it's more than 12 hours. I can't say more than 12 hours.
Do you spend the time networking with people or what?
Networking, like more mainly LinkedIn, Twitter, then reading, writing, listening. Everything is on the social media only.
Yeah, yeah,
For
makes sense.
and
Mm.
reading the LinkedIn feeds. That is my first like all time consuming area
Ah, interesting.
because you learn a lot of things from other people and their
Of course.
experiences.
Which
Yes.
is why we're having this episode, right? Because you
Yes.
you learn from other people. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the last question,
Mm.
what is your favorite marketing quote?
Okay. That I have to it's from Peter Doctor. Okay, that I have to read. Okay. I don't want
Yeah,
to
yeah.
mistake any word.
No,
Okay.
no, no, it's okay, it's okay. But we know Peter
Yeah.
Drucker. A lot of people use him. So yeah.
Yeah. The aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well the product or services fits him and sell itself.
Mm,
So this quote is based on the customer understanding. Okay.
interesting.
So if you understand customer well, okay, your marketing strategy will be effective and engaging. And you will actually, it's not just for marketing strategy, okay? You
Mm,
actually develop a new product and services with customer. So it's a collaborative thing. And what I mentioned earlier is customer lifetime
lifetime
cycle,
value. Yeah, yeah.
lifetime cycle. That then you as a company customers, you grow together, you develop together, and so many insights comes from that relationship. So that is a beauty of knowing customers well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That makes sense. Great quotes.
Yeah.
Boy, we have a lot of people. I think Peter Drucker has made a lot of quotes, and we've got a lot of
Yes.
people quote Peter Drucker. But yeah, this one I have not heard before. So thanks for sharing that unique. That
Hope
makes sense. Okay.
it's not fast, too fast.
No, 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 no. I understand. I understand. I mean,
Okay.
some people also. I know. I That quote sounds familiar because some people said Steve Jobs gave a different version of that as well. But quotes these days, you never know who.
Yeah, true.
So yes. So yeah. Okay. So the last question for the episode here is for, I think that, like I said at the beginning, B2B brands have gone far in creating a human-centric communication that we can all like, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And I think at the beginning of this is having marketing leaders take the bold step. So, what are some of the advice or strategies that you think B2B marketing leaders can use to encourage people to experiment, to take risk, so that for the sake of the customers, to communicate in a way that has not been done before, but in a way that the customers may like or find interesting, so that we can continue to improve B2B marketing in general. And like you said, human talking to human, making that bond stronger.
Okay. So for that, see, everything is changing constantly. Okay, there is no stop. Every year you'll find new technology. Now
Yeah.
AI is came. Okay, there are so many technologies coming. There are so many AI tools are coming. So continuous learning, important thing. Continuous updating yourself is very important, and this is very important for the organization also. If they think ki they have to train your employees, they can create that culture of the learning environment. Okay, continuous learning, growth mindset, building a growth mindset that you can learn the skill and knowledge over a period of time. So that believing on yourself that whatever we studied in schools or college, we cannot do after that. That is not a case. You have to learn continuously. You can brainstorm together. You can keep the innovation days at office, so people can come together with the open mindset. They can share whatever they think about the product and services without hesitating. If this idea is not good, that idea is not good. No, no. You share every idea is good. Okay. You have to share it. That's it.
Hmm.
So as a
Interesting.
yeah, so B2B leaders can come forward and they can be a role model for the humans, building the culture of the human centric design at the workplace, because that will help organization to look at the problems in a different manner. Different, they will build a different perspective towards it. How to solve the problem, how to know the customers, how to build the customer journey, how to find the loops in that. So in that way, because
Hmm.
at the end, whatever we are doing, whatever the campaigns we are building, it always
Hmm.
come from the customer insights. It's always come from the market. It's not like you thought, this is very creative idea, you have to implement and you have to run the campaign. No, that is not that. That should be suitable for your customers. And that should be come from your market insight, consumer insights, how people are feeling, how they are facing challenges, what are their problems, what are their aspirations, what is the company's goal and objective. So all this come together. So building that culture at workplace is very important. And first of all, the innovation, creativity, empathy, and open communication from all the departments. Most of the times, all departments work in silos. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone is handling a different data with a different teams. Marketing doesn't know anything. Okay, that is
Yeah.
the first problem. Data is very big problem for any organization. Their data doesn't talk each other. Finance
It,
data, marketing data, customer service
it
data.
what else? Yeah.
Yeah, if they are not matched, okay, if they're not sit together, how will come to and how will serve the customers? What they need, what they are saying, what you're observing. That is very important.
Hmm. Interesting. Again, thanks for sharing this. You did all the nice breakdown on what you shared there. I really, really love it. You know, I love the fact that you reemphasize something I always say on the podcast, which is the commercial team, right? Data should talk to each other, within the commercial team. It's not easy, I know, but as much as possible, even if it's qualitative data, in fact, qualitative data is more important in B2B these days. So it's important that people should talk to each other. I like what you mentioned in terms of institutionalizing a culture of innovation. I love that. Institutionalizing a culture of customer centricity, because that's where customer centric marketing design comes from. Um, Making that as part of the culture that continues to go on, I think it's also something that would help as well. And, data, if it works, good. If it doesn't work, you move on, Don't say you're not going to try because you think it's not going to work, even though you don't know it's not going to work. So, um, just having that will to take the step, it really, really, really helps, with that regard. So thank you so much for sharing that. I know we can go on and on here, but it's been an amazing time with you. Thank you so much for sharing. Very unique perspective. You indeed know a lot about, B2B marketing and, the human centered side, which I love because if you know B2B these days, everybody is just giving you terms and terminologies and acronyms, you know. But that's not what people need. People need problems to be solved and simplicity. So thank you so much for
So that
for all
then, yeah, because at the end you are selling to humans, a customer.
exact.
Customers are human.
You're not selling to an acronym. You are selling to
Yes.
humans.
Yes.
Uh, so thanks for, and I think we should continue to drive that conversation as well. And as you drive it, where can we follow you to see what you are doing? Because I think we need more people to talk about the human side of B2B marketing and leave all this other sophistication aside.
Okay. Thanks for inviting me on your platform, sharing whatever I know, whatever little bit I know, I can share. And it's a great platform to what you think, and to also people can share their thought process on that. That is
Mhm.
very exchange of knowledge is very important.
Interesting. So where can people find you on LinkedIn or your website? Do you want to share more about that?
Yeah, it's LinkedIn. Preferred channel is LinkedIn. More active on the LinkedIn, yes.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right. So please do follow. I think, Shraddha is up onto something here. And I'm also following. If you are watching, you can see that I'm actually connected. So I think we can all learn from each other, especially, in this in this when it comes to this topic. And you can see more topics like this one on my website, dotslovesmarketing.com. Or subscribe, to the Marketing Leadership Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. I would like to thank, Desk Creek for all their supporting, also Content Allies and Listen Network. The next time, guys, connect the dots.
Thank you for listening to the Marketing Leadership Podcast, brought to you by Dots Loves Marketing. There will be links to any resources mentioned in today's show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star review and be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.